What if the voice in your head, the one that whispers, "You're not good enough," isn't yours at all? What if it's an echo from the past, disguised as truth, but really just a lie you've been living with for far too long? Self-hatred doesn't just show up out of nowhere. It's built brick by brick, through criticism, rejection, and neglect, until it becomes a prison you can't see but feel everywhere. It shows up as self-doubt, destructive habits, and the constant need to prove your worth. But this self-hatred isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of understanding what needs to heal. Let's dig into why self-hatred takes root, how it quietly shapes your life, and, most importantly, how to break free from it. This isn't about quick fixes. It's about untangling the lies, rebuilding your foundation, and learning to see yourself through eyes of compassion instead of criticism. Self-hatred often begins where love was missing. Childhood, the time we're supposed to feel safe, seen, and supported, is also where many of us learned the opposite. Imagine a child growing up in a home where praise felt rare and criticism was the norm. Maybe the parents believed tough love built strong character. They demanded perfection, pointed out every flaw, and rarely offered words of encouragement. The child grew up striving to meet impossible standards, but never feeling like he was enough. Children don't just hear criticism, they absorb it. So when children are criticized a lot, they don't see it as a parent being disappointed. They see it as they lack any capability in themselves. And this belief, it follows them into adulthood, hiding beneath their achievements, whispering doubts in his moments of success, and turning silence into shame whenever they're alone. Studies show that the quality of early relationships shapes how we see ourselves. Children who grow up without emotional validation often internalize the idea that they're unlovable. It becomes the lens through which everything is viewed. Relationships, opportunities, and even failures. This is often called attachment wounding. When love feels conditional or absent altogether, it leaves holes that get filled with insecurity, perfectionism, and yes, self-hatred. But self-hatred isn't just pain. It's actually protection. It's a defense mechanism designed to shield you from rejection by rejecting yourself first. It says, if I hate myself, no one else can hurt me. But this protection ends up imprisoning us in a life where we cannot see the good in ourselves. But there's an upside to this. Self-hatred isn't a permanent identity, it's just who you learn to be, and what's learned can be unlearned. Step 1. Name the voice. That critical voice in your head, it didn't start with you. Maybe it sounds like a parent, a teacher, or even society itself. Give it a name. Once it's separate from you, it's easier to challenge it. Step 2. Question the story. Ask yourself, who taught me this? When did I start believing it? Is it even true? Self-hatred survives in silence, but it falls apart when you question it out loud. Step 3. Rewrite the narrative. Replace criticism with curiosity. Instead of asking, why am I like this? Try, what made me feel this way? Compassion isn't weakness. It's the antidote to shame. Step 4. Seek connection. Healing doesn't happen in isolation. Therapy, support groups, and even meaningful friendships can help you rebuild trust, not just in others, but in yourself. When you start to unlearn this pattern of self-hate, years and years of buried resentment and fears come out. It feels really hard. Embracing vulnerability feels like you've reached your weakest, but with time, this becomes your greatest strength. The voice of self-doubt starts changing. From always thinking you're a failure, you'll realize you're always a work in progress. Growing and learning with each day. And this growth won't be with the idea to reach a finish line. It will be to embrace yourself as you are. Self-hatred may feel like an unshakable part of who you are, but it's not. It's a reflection of where you've been, not where you're going. Healing starts with courage, the courage to question your thoughts, challenge your beliefs, and choose self-compassion over self-criticism. So if this hit home for you, here's your challenge. Catch one negative thought today. Question it. Replace it with something gentler. And if that feels too hard, Imagine saying it to someone you love and then say it to yourself. Because self-love isn't something you find, it's something you build. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to know how you can build genuine self-love in your life, watch this video right here. Be sure to subscribe, and let's move from self-hate to self-love one day at a time.